We're Nathan and Caitlin Stone. We have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. So we have Philip, who's 4, Josiah, who's 3, and Ruthie Beth, who is 1.
So Ruthie Beth was born on November 6th, 2019. The Wednesday after, she started coughing, and so I took her in because it said newborns shouldn't be coughing. And she tested positive for RSV, which is just a normal cold for adults. But for under 1, it's pretty scary. Under 2 weeks, we found out they actually don't have any immune system at all. And so the doctor said more than likely she's gonna have to go to the hospital, but we're gonna try to take care of her at home. Here's a list of things that if any of these triggers happen, take her right down to Temple. Later that night, sure enough, she spiked a fever, and we left. And on the way down to Temple, we called Alice and Newbert and said, hey, get the ABF praying. This is what we've been told so far. We went straight to the NICU, and they had an isolated room for us. And they came and did an evaluation, and they said, this probably is gonna get worse before it gets better. Plan on being here for close to 2 weeks. And so we're like, okay. And so he was with me. And so she started with just tubes for oxygen and then eventually got to a CPAP. The CPAP was rubbing her raw and giving her a wound, and so they were taking it off to fix it. And the night nurse said, she's doing really well without it. Let's see if she keeps it up. And so her 2-week stay went down to 4 days because she decided she was just gonna do it on her own. So she went literally from CPAP to nothing. The last thing before we could leave was she had to gain weight. And so that night she gained 5 ounces, and the NICU nurse didn't even believe it. She brought in multiple scales, and all of them said 5 ounces, which for a little 8-pound baby is quite a bit of weight. The entire time we were, it was odd. I was very much at peace. Here at home I was more nervous, but once we got there, there's just a peace that happened. I really think it's through the power of prayer, because immediately I know Alice and Newbert got people praying. And so then the next day it was, well, what do y'all need? And it was amazing how the Lord provided people just to do odd things that, looking back, I'm like, well, that's really not that important, but at the time we're very peace-giving. So like we had someone come and clean out our fridge so it didn't stink for 2 weeks. And a friend took the dogs. We had just piled up leaves to put them all away, and so we asked someone to come and just bag the leaves so our grass wouldn't die, and so a whole CG came and did that. We're still learning about people who joined that group. They were like, oh yeah, we played in your backyard once. And I'm like, oh, really?
You have
oh,
a really
thanks.
cool tree swing.
Yeah, the kids loved your backyard. But what was really touching was not only the love and care of the church for us, but what it spoke to my family. So my family is not saved. And it doesn't make sense to them. Why would people step out of their comfort zone to come clean your fridge and rake up your massive backyard and all the leaves in it? Why would people go and out of their own pocket buy groceries and bring them to you? And it's because that's what Jesus would do. And because Jesus loves them, they loved us.
We've been able to emphasize the fact that our hope isn't in the health of our children, it isn't in our finances, it isn't in how comfortable we are, it isn't in how safe we are. Our hope is in Jesus Christ.